the pick is valid.
Okay.
If they don't believe that, then the pick is invalid.
I am not convinced he does 1v5 this game. Are you? I mean, I swear to God, if you say he can.
I mean, he can. he can. I think there is a world he kind of 1v5s. Like, the fights can get really weird with the Ags and the Diffusal and burning people out, and you can play like away from the atrophy aura. But Snapfire scale is pretty spooky. The Morphling with Ags just going in, like maybe Morph ignores you and just starts killing your team. He's throwing out his own illusions.
He also has the waveform talents, which are pretty potent against
he can deal some damage. Honestly, I don't think Skeeter can truly 1v5 this game. It's going to require some help from the Rubik and Doom. Obviously, nothing's in a vacuum, though. So I think the Rubik pick can win you the game here. 9 is going to have to perform really well, though. He needs to play the lane really well. At some point, he needs to get Morph stolen, so he tanks up a huge margin. That's a big component of this mid Rubik in this game, is he can become insanely tanky and unkillable for BetBoom
with
the first 20 minutes with attribute shift. And then you steal Snapfire and Underlord spells, and you're rolling. Because it is a significant amount of burst to throw back through into the team fights. If you ever get Ags on the Rubik in this game, plus the attribute steal, so you're like 3,000 HP with Firestorm and like a Snapfire Blast, I mean, you're a god, right?
Yeah.
That's the trajectory 9 is shooting for here. It all starts with the lane, doing well in the lane, getting there, getting some runes. The thing with mid Rubik is usually go arcanes into like that Aether Lens, so you're probably shooting for eventually ending up with like Aether Lens, Ags, bots. Sounds pretty good to me, but we'll see what he ends up doing. And you still have to play these lanes versus BetBoom, a very lane dominant team who, as the panel talked about, is set up pretty decently here, right? There's not a lot of weaknesses in their 3 lanes. Snapfire is going to do fine mid versus almost anything. The Morphling should free farm down here with some clock interference, unless 33 gets a hell of a creep, which he probably won't. As both camps are blocked already.
By that you mean a heartbeat creep?
Yes, the heartbeat creep. I just didn't want to name it, but I mean, Mana Burn is also a pretty strong creep. Frost Armor, nothing to be ignored, but you usually have to go farther for that one. And then top is like, you know, Underlord Techies. This is also a pretty damn strong lane.
Yeah, Underlord's probably going to do fine.
It's just hard for me to see BetBoom getting crushed in these lanes. So that's where 9 is going to have to really do well mid, skew this matchup in his favor, and then take it to the fighting on one of these side lanes at some point, I would think.
So interesting how all these mid laners now, this used to be just like, you know, like a Ember versus Huskar matchup thing. But now everyone is pulling the mid lane around the river.
Dendi.
Oh my god, he found another pro player who's played mid Rubik.
Dendi plays mid Rubik. What were you saying?
the pull.
It's not about pulls.
Yeah, how once you start losing a lane, a lot of people are now doing the pull where
NTS also played it
aggressively. Mid, Fairy Fire! Is that going to be enough? It is. 9 gets the first blood. Massive win.
That's what you're looking for.
He needs to be ahead in this game.
That is what you're looking for here if you're a Tundra with this last big Rubik.
And Dendi and NTS and Sumail are all sitting back and applauding 9 now.
They have all shed a collective single tear. So what were you saying? Something about pull?
I don't want to go back to it.
No, I won't cut you off. I promise.
No, I'm not.
I want to hear it. I think everybody wants to hear it in the chat. Ones in the chat if you want to hear it. A lot of ones. I see a lot of ones.
You can't peer pressure me. Also, there's a delay.
They don't know that.
Don't. Why would you tell them? Open.
Why would you tell them that?
You're just lying to them.
All right, well.
When you're behind in the mid lane, a lot of people are pulling the creep wave around the river. It used to be an Ember versus Huskar thing, and now it feels like just everybody's doing it. As soon as you start losing the lane. Which GPK obviously was losing the lane, and did lose the lane as he gave up that kill. And Avery is messing around with something underneath his desk and not listening to me again.
No, it's fine. I didn't break anything.
Skeeter? Is he dead? Doppelganger is going to be able to dodge the Sticky Bomb, but that just means he is in perfect position to get blast off.
That's a nice connection right here. This is the lane strength that we see from this BetBoom lineup, and time and time again, they just find these little openings. This time it's saved with the level 2 connection on a Phantom Lancer. Not even a level 3 here for the techies. Sometimes that can be difficult, especially with Underlord, who doesn't necessarily have the best nukes to throw in, but Pure has been demolishing Skeeter in the CS department. We look at that chart, it's Pure #1 and Skeeter #6. He's having a rough time in this Underlord matchup, and that is what it is designed to do. Put the PL behind.
Yeah. And it's not going to get much better. I mean, I guess the Enchantress, one of the stronger laning supports, was supposed to be able to help him get out of this lane a little bit easier, but it's just not happening. Not with the tankies in the mix. So BetBoom, between that and I guess the Morphling doing okay, it just means Tundra is all the more reliant on 9 to be able to build some momentum off that great first blood he got.
It's going to come down to him. A lot of this early mid-game is pretty much going to be driven by 9 here. How fast he can get some arcane boots up, start walking around. I mean, he is still owning mid. Like, he is up decent CS, got that kill. He has a full level advantage almost over GPK here. And that means Spell Steal is going to be coming out even faster.
Which is great versus Snapfire, right? A lot of great spells to grab there.
Very good. If you can steal the Snapfire spells and either get a gank towards mid off the Enchantress or the Bat, or rotate to one of these sides, I think that's what Tundra are really looking for. Then I think it starts just snowballing the hell out of this game, and then you might just have a really fat Doom to join you in that mid game, which is what they're really looking for. Okay, your Peel's going to be behind. He has a Diffusal, but in the end, if you can just go in there with some auras, buff up your Rubik, he has the attribute shift, it's going to be too much HP for BetBoom to get through, and you're going to have to hit that timing hard, because, your PL is going to be far behind. He's going to need some room to catch up. He's going to need some fights to join to catch up. Spell Steal already online. Very good timing here, and level 3 Scatterblast to start farming it up.
I almost kind of want to see, like, AUI just rotate over there with the Enchantress or something, help this Rubik out a little bit more, because I'm not sure if you can do much more about top lane. 9, getting aggressive, has the Scatterblast steal, so you got to be careful if you're GPK. Does have a raindrop, though, just something of note. Power Rune, either way, Nine's just trying to put some pressure on him so he can secure the 6-minute Power Runes, which some support rotations will come through and try and make things a little bit more muddied. Snaking gets an Illusion Rune to be able to fight Toronto Tokyo with his Battery Assault. And, hey, look at that. Brendan Need, 33, comes down the triangle area to help out.
Did eventually get that mana burn creep. Pretty nice for him for the regen. Honestly, the regen might be more valuable than the burn in this type of game. And 9, not rotating yet, but did force GPK back to base here, where GPK hit his 6, but he hasn't been able to use it. This is a time where he can maybe TP to one of these side lanes, get something going with the ultimate. There's a little lack of stuns to set it up for him, but sometimes you don't need it. I could see him just going top and trying to kill Skeeter here. Oh, he'll go bottom. So it was a 50-50. He'll choose 33. They'll try and leash him in the cogs as Pure is getting gone on top.
TP out.
He's good. Oh. A game of single HP points.
That was crazy. I can't believe that TP actually worked. And they get the kill on 33. He's going to go for the Wisdom Rune, but AUI is already in position for that one.
This is a nice little combo that I think GPK is going to look for the whole game. It's like the clock snap. That used to be a first phase combination in the Prime Snapfire pack for a reason.
Yeah.
Like hookshot cogs and you just throw in the kisses. Snap doesn't have to commit. It's easy pickings. Menace Lane BetBoom are going to look to combo up this entire game, and they get the Doom kill. The Pure Underlord survives. They're pulling pretty decently ahead on these side lanes over time as Skeeter continues to suffer a little bit.
Yeah, it's really annoying that every single time he gets sticky bombed, he has a doppelganger, and then he's just susceptible to Underlord.
And we still have had a very quiet game from 9, right? He's just farming up.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing necessarily wrong with him farming up here as you get to like fast Aether Lens.
Yeah.
Say that.
Similar to the Blink Dagger move, you could be quiet in the early game, but once you get to that point, you got to make some big moves.
Yeah, you gotta be loud when the time comes. 8-minute Power Rune. Shield Rune top. And we'll get denied by save, but he might die for it.
Cookie helps him out. Tasers as well. Oh, too much magic damage from 9.
Level 4 Scatterblast. Once these Arcane Supremacy points start coming in, an instant smoke from AUI. Now is the time to get this 9 Rubik rolling as full one. Not the Aether Lens is flying out, but level 4 Scatterblast. No TP on Pure right now.
Yeah, Pure does know about this, but he may not be able to get out in time. Well, they'll have to dive in pretty deep for this one if they really want it. Telekinesis back. Throw the damage back at him. Blast off onto the two of them underneath the tower with the pit there as well. AUI is probably going to die to save instead.
Just too tanky.
Yeah.
1400 HP with a Vanguard. He even had stick charges left.
All thanks to that ward in the river.
Yeah, definitely helps. This Rubik's doing damage, but not that much damage. And ideally, I mean, they killed the Underlord if he's very far up in the lane, but I think you want to go for the more reliable little kills here.
Oh, missed the cogs. That is just unfortunate. Toronto Tokyo just off by like the smallest of centimeters there.
GPK is not happy with that one.
No, he's not.
Show his dissatisfaction later.
To go back to Team Spirit. TI winner.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What?
That's what he's going to say. So Toronto
Go back to Team Spirit?
Yeah.
I don't know if they want him to go back to Team Spirit. They're doing better than Team Spirit right now.
Yeah. Wow. GPK maybe thinks they could do even better without him.
AUI.
Lag?
The lag
No.
question mark.
No lag here.
That's not lag, AUI. That's just age, my friend.
You jump in as AUI has not repaused the game. They briefly unpaused it, and there was still the lag, but it looks like maybe we fixed the issue now. So, Aetherlens is done for the Rubik. So let's recap where we're at here. It's 10 minutes in. BetBoom versus Tundra. Game 2. We have the side lanes. The side lanes that were winning for BetBoom, but 9 got first blood and won the mid lane. And he's looking pretty strong right now. Nice deny by Skeeter.
I'll be real, I have no idea what's happening in this game, but sure,
Maybe
we'll
if
see
you
what
listen to my nice recap.
we'll see. That recap does not make up for a decade of intuition, Cap. Respect.
Decade of intuition.
Respect the knowledge.
Uh-huh.
But yes, Pure does take this top tower.
What is this save spray?
Which one?
I mean, it's wonderful.
That's pretty good, dude. I like that expression.
Meme.
He looks like, dude, that looks like the guy from, oh my God, what's the actor's name? From Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yes.
That looks like him.
It actually kind of does. You can throw some...
It's like a younger version. You're actually gonna
Yeah,
look that up.
I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, because now it's going to bother me the entire time.
Yeah,
I
well.
can't remember his name.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Farm Fest continues. The Midas coming out for 33.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah, Moranis. I got some vibes of that, you know. All right, so what is Nine going to do? He has Firestorm up. He's looking at 4 staff here. It's like a less greedy option. I feel like you go bots on the mid Rubik, otherwise you just fall behind. And he feels like he doesn't need it this game. That's one thing.
You also kind of need to be everywhere at once, right?
Yes, and the bots help you make up for the resource and the farming requirement on this hero, which you run out of mana. That's one of the biggest problems with mid Rubik. What do you do for mana regen? How do you control it in the fights especially? Another hook shot.
Bottom lane, trying to catch 33. Nightfall doesn't really have a ton of mana to follow this up, and the kisses are far too late, so...
That was not even close to lining up there. That was the lightest. Completed and used for 33, so you don't even get that punish. Pushes them to the top here, and now the race towards that mid-late game begins as both teams are gearing up the auras. I expect Tundra to want to fight through the Rubik right now, though, especially with the Enchantress creating some tower pressure. Stolen Sticky Bomb's pretty nice, too, on this hero.
Slowed him down enough that Snake King is going to just kind of poke at him a little bit.
Like, these towers can fall surprisingly fast for BetBoom if they're not ready to defend them, because their lineup is not great at defending the flanks from, like, the Enchantress and the Bat and just pulling you into Rubik nukes. Unless the Underlord's already there, which Pure generally doesn't like to do. So I would like to see more of this from Tundra.
Yeah, he wants to join in late with the gate, right?
Yeah, leave your PL and Doom on an island. They're gonna farm it up, and then connect the other 3 on areas in the map where you get like a cheeky kill into a little tower push and keep chipping this. If you can find a core, you're gonna be really happy. That might be dependent on how strong 9 thinks he is. But it'll create space for your cores, and I think you're gonna outfarm BetBoom here, because the Midas Doom with Devour plus PL in the jungle should do more than this Underlord Morphling, who's going Lincolns first.
Smoking down to Nightfall. And his Lincolns is not ready to go yet, so he might get caught here. It's a tough kill, though. Oh, successful scan, so even harder. In fact, BetBoom's going to bait it.
It's a nice bait, as long as Nightfall...
Oh, look at him. He uses waveform. He's like, oh, no, I don't have my mobility ability anymore. Don't go on me.
What am I going to do?
Oh, they spotted 9. A perfect target to jump on, but do they have the damage? Blastoff's going to go off.
Yeah,
Sticky bombs. Mine's being laid everywhere, and 9 can't stop it.
What a find.
Beautiful.
I guess Toronto Tokyo is too good. He was right.
Yeah, he can play with lag just fine if he makes successful scans and reads like that.
Clockwork is a pretty hard hero to play on ping, but he was very confident. I don't think there's ping. I'm just saying if there were. That makes his claim even bolder. That he was willing to play Clockwork on ping?
That is true.
Guy's insane.
How much ping is too much ping?
I feel like 200.
That's a North American speaking right there.
Yeah, it really is. That's probably...
European would be like, more than 20 ping is just too much for me, man.
I mean, if it's raining out and it's 35 ping, I don't think I can queue up today. Yeah, well, here in the Americas, in the rugged West, I haven't seen lower than 150 my entire life.
Nightfall turning into the Bat Rider, trying to keep up with Snaking.
Cliff walking.
Walk for walk, sticky napalm slowing him down, but it's also slowing down Nightfall. Meanwhile, blast off, Rod of Atos, hook shot, a lot of abilities to kill 33.
There's that clock snapfire connection that has worked really well for BetBoom.
Oh, they got the sticky bomb on Snaking, so
punish on punish.
+1.
It's just a nice little opening that BetBoom found on 33 getting greedy with the stack, and there's an ancient stack here too.
Ooh,
they're just gonna clean it up. Gate connection. Panning out here over the long term for Pure, though. Do they have the HP to survive?
Yeah,
the Rubik nukes and stolen level 4 Firestorm.
They're willing to fight this too because they've Aghanim Scepter on Skeeter.
Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's showing up to this
Should
fight.
be a great fight for Tundra.
Yeah, look at that Firestorm go. Turn around, back on Pure. Skeeter's gonna hop down the cliff here to chase after GPK and goes for a TP out.
Those stuns.
Fine.
So Tundra, they defend their ancient stack at least a little bit. I think BetBoom got some of that. But Pierre's going to have to give up his life in return. The net worth continue to build. Is GPK, I mean, he's finding these moves, he's finding the little kills, but he is suffering in the net worth department just off of CS and how much Tundra's cores are extracting right now. As the Midas Devour and Phantom-Lancer Ags go to work. This is also a game where, I was talking about the scale from the Tundra supports last time. I was about to say the Ench can help do a bit more this time around than the Pugna in terms of damage output, but Toronto Tokyo is going to put him in the dirt. Another solo pickoff for the clock.
Really good pickup because that is him going from level 7 to level 8.
Yeah, he's definitely happy about that one. We got double damage on 9, but Rubik does not use this the best. Horror Staff is up for him, however, which will help with the Cog, stuns, and the pits, which is pretty much all BetBoom have. So 9 should be a lot more survivable in these fights as he pushes towards the Ags. And he did get the Morph Steal.
Well, they see 9 coming. Save. He wants to go for a kill off of this ward on the high ground, and he is going to pick Snaking to go on. See if he gets out, though. Nightfall, going to show some reinforcements. Nice 4 staff away there from 9. They do manage to get the Doom through the Lincolns. So Morph is probably just going to start backing out here. Boy, that Firestorm is dangerous, man.
Can't even tell which is which here.
Oh, it is doing some hefty damage. Pure, once again, is going to fall to that, and Toronto Tokyo is probably going to get zapped down too. Tried to go for the hook shot to get away, but 9 picks up the triple off of that. I can't believe they went for that kill and didn't try and go on 9.
It was
feel like if you
not
fight.
It's just not a good chase. I don't think you really want to fight right now too much with BetBoom, especially without GPK. He's so much of your early damage and sustained damage through the fight. The Morph is not offering you anything with the Lincolns right now, especially into Pipe already done for 33 on top of the Ags Phantom-Lancer. Tundra is deceptively tanky. The Rubik also did get that Morph at some point. He has 2200 HP. These are not easy cores to bring down when you're Morph. I mean, what is he offering? A waveform and some right clicks? This Firestorm just shredded them on the return. Decent damage coming out from 9, showing that that spell is not one you want to give away here, but you can't really do much about it.
Especially with the Aghanim Scepter of the Phantom-Lancer, their long-range poke is insane.
Yes, and that is the timing Tundra's going to try and hit here. When they have this PL with Diffusal Ags, the Rubik with Ags, who's going to start throwing out Scatterblast plus Firestorm, and then you just go in with a Doom with Auras, that's a pretty scary team fight for BetBoom to just run into when their damage is going to be a little lacking here. Like, this Morphling is not going to offer them a lot in this game for a while. Tundra, if they can get some net worth lead out of this, a Roshan or two, they're in decent position to just run through this game. I think the fact that the Rubik is versed on Morphling also just helps them a lot here, because this Rubik is just going to be way tankier. So he can play up more aggressive, he can bait in the fights, You can force some stuns out that are limited. Use the Force Staff even more. It's not some mid hero that's going to die in like a single waveform.
Bada Betos into blast off with the kisses. AUI is going to die here. I want to point out something AUI has done now. He used his enchant creep to hit mid tower, forced a deny out of them. He was also using his creep to pull the top wave. He pulled it into the Bat Rider earlier. Actually doubled it up and then pulled it to the Bat Rider. So he has been doing the typical AUI 2000 big brain, little micro and abusing certain mechanics and stuff.
They add up. There's a reason Snaking's net worth is maybe as high as it is right now, and Blink is finished for the Bat Rider.
Yeah.
AUI, a true support in all ways, as BetBoom smoke again to the triangle. This is a hard one to latch.
Yeah, completely blind like this, it's not going to work.
And now Tundra, they want to turn. If Snaking can find an opening, his TP is very delayed.
GPK might be in range here. Firefly Blink, they could probably catch somebody. Glimmer Cape's going to be used. Sentry dropped, not quite spotting him. Flame Break, turn around, they actually save. He's going to be protected for now.
I can't believe they all got out of there.
Yeah, me neither.
Very lucky. They get a reaction out of Tundra, so that's worth some net worth on the map right now. Could be happy with that, considering how difficult that smoke was to connect.
What do you think about 33's build?
Pipe Midas Octarine.
Same old, huh?
It ain't broke, don't change it. He's even got a Philosopher's Stone for some extra GPM. Why not? And if you're good at producing gold, then you should just maximize it.
I love the Philly Stone when you're like right-clicking creeps all the time. Anything for them, just a little bit more gold.
I think it only ends up being slightly more efficient, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like if it costs you a
But slightly is still more.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it literally just comes down to, do you get like 2 less lane groups of lane or something? Probably, so... Yeah, why not? You know, a little extra GBM goes a far way when you're trying to hit this Rubik mid-game. Ags closing in for 9, he's 1,000 off. That's going to be like the big team fight signal for Tundra, especially if they can get another item up on 33, either the Blink or another Aura. They really want to pick off into Roche right now. BetBoom still searching for damage. They're still searching for the Morphling Ags. And maybe just another item on GPK as Gleipnir is finished. So he's got that. Something to combo up with the pit here.
Yeah, something to work against the Phantom Lancer too.
I'm still worried about the single target damage for BetBoom right now. I think it's going to be a problem. These cores are very tanky. They're very hard to lock down. If the utility comes out from Tundra in the next few minutes here as well, like if they get a couple more Force Staves, what are you looking at stuns-wise for BetBoom? Your Cogs are gone, your Pit is gone, your Gleipnir isn't that effective. It's Techie's Blast Off, which Save has hit some sick ones, that's for sure. But it is putting a lot of weight on him to find the connection, and Roche is already dying here.
It's dying fast, but I think BetBoom can get there in time. This TP is so long, but finally they smoke up, start making their way to the pit. Scan is going to be successful, so Tundra will have the heads up to get out of the pit if they want.
They're just going to commit, I think.
They're just going to commit against this. Is dangerous, especially with
damage.
So much vision available. They have the rocket flare that's going to be dangerous with the kisses now raining in. They're going to commit. There goes the hook shot. Toronto Tokyo pushes them away. The agent's on the deck and he picks it up. Toronto Tokyo gets it away from the carry. Skeeter dies, and now BetBoom can just run down Tundra heroes.
Pure got doomed, but it just didn't matter. I don't even know if that's the guy you want to doom here. Tundra get nothing out of that, and the gate to block his path, you can't go through.
I didn't know it worked that way. Man, what a monster. Toronto Tokyo combined with the, I mean, he got the vision, they threw the kisses in, he hits the hook shot, he pushes away Skeeter, puts himself on top of the Roshan deck.
Just sick plays by the captain here, and yeah, man, Toronto Tokyo, he is actually just too good. He's just too good. Can't stop him. The lag, the ping, the matchups, none of it matter. He will just outplay you in the clutch. Damn. Putting on a 5-position clinic in this series. The Lich in game 1 and now the Clockwork in game 2. Doing well in lane, making the plays, buying the right items, snatching the Aegis here. There's just no counterplay from Tundra too. Like they're all just kind of sitting back watching it happen, right?
Yeah, and they had the scan, so I can't believe they stayed inside the pit.
I think the timing is okay, but it's just weird because you're using the DD to take that Roshan and the DD runs out and then your PL dies. If PL dies, you lose all your damage in the team fight. This lineup is built around creating space for the Phantom Lancer to go to work with the Ags pokes and the Fusel Mana Burn. This is sometimes the downside of the mid Rubik. He's not like an Ember Spear or something that's going to carry the fight if your carry goes down.
Sure.
He's supplementary damage and a nuisance, but not that much in terms of scaling power.
Yeah, that's the opposite for GPK, right? Like, he is big damage now, but he can also help you carry later.
Absolutely. This is where that Snapfire net worth, for me, it counts a little bit more than the Rubik's here if this game continues to progress late. Ags is done for 9, however, and he hits that level 15, so he has the cooldown reduction and 2 spells that are both benefiting from it. This is like a pretty big mid-Rubik power spike. Especially if you can get the bots aligned for some extra move speed, then suddenly, you know, you're dishing out some pain.
Yeah, it's game 2 of Tundra versus BetBoom underway.
Finally.
Need to pay for this one, but BetBoom are actually going to go through the portal, run straight into the Phantom Lancer. Uh-oh! Tundra come back into the game in a world of hurt.
Skeeter had an hour to think about that one.
He did, but apparently BetBoom thought about it harder because they're not only going to be able to kill Skeeter, they're going to get 33 as well. Wow, that is a huge game changer.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I kind of knew what changed, but I guess we'll just have to live with that as they find two.
You mean you don't remember the game before?
Absolutely none of it. I really got lost in the lore, I'm going to be honest. I'm still thinking about it, but the Doom dies, the PL dies, your Midas...
GPK's just going out there and getting more kills.
All right, Tundra absolutely collapsed post-pause. I mean, it pretty much guarantees happen to one of these teams. That's kind of an inevitability. I hate the post-pause period in Dota, but there is nothing we can do about it. It was a network error. And they're going to push towards BKBs here on BetBoom. So all of a sudden, out of the pause in a decent position as the PL lost a lot of momentum. Still trying to snowball this Rubik in this game with the Ags, looking for the steals. And you still have Aegis on Toronto Tokyo Clockwork here.
Oh, that's right. He stole the Aegis. I forgot about that.
Yeah, see? That's why I'm here to remind you.
Lotus Orb. He has Lotus Orb, and he's going to work towards an Aghanim Scepter. Damn.
Yeah,
you do not see that out of a 5-position Clockwork very often.
And remember, Clock is basically the most successful hero this tournament.
Yes.
This hero does not lose. We don't know why, but he doesn't. That's all we know.
It's a mystery. If only we had an analyst who could tell us why.
If only.
Clockwork,
well,
good.
I'm sure Fog will be here later. But for now, you have me. And I can tell you I don't know why this hero's winning. He's just good, apparently. I mean, I guess Toronto Tokyo is just good. Too good. Waiting for that Neta stand-up comedy show. That was a great comment.
Looking around for more kills. Not going to find anything. Guess all of BetBoom is working their way towards this half of the map, so they're looking to take a tier 2. They already took Roshan, and Aegis is about to expire here in 20 seconds.
I mean, honestly, both teams' read of this game is probably a little off.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see them just kind of run around together until something resets it and they have more to build off of. Because your intuitive idea of the map state and where heroes are and how people are progressing really does get thrown off in these long pauses. Cannot be underestimated. Of course, it affects both teams here. So it's not like someone's getting an advantage, but it does make the game kind of clumsy to play. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some grouping. Tundra are just going to try and push towards more PL items for Skeeter, especially looking towards this next Roshan. And if you're BetBoom, you're still trying to push your Snapfire ahead so your scale is secured here. I think that is the big X factor. If GPK continues to find the net worth, the right-click scaling, it's going to help you in this late-game situation. Snaking goes for the blink, but misses it. That's a tanky Rubik, you got to remember.
Yeah, meanwhile, jumping onto the Rubik here, Telekinesis throws himself, doesn't get up the hill, though. Spotted, Force Zap trying to get him up, but he cannot get away from all of this BetBoom pressure. They are just bringing all of their heroes to these fights, and they are playing fast.
Yeah, they're hitting with force and with numbers here as Tundra get caught off again. Even with the hookshot missing, Nine cannot skirt his way out of there. Does have bots up for some extra move speed, but this survivability on the Rubik has not been enough, and there's just not a lot to turn it around. I feel like once the initiation comes through onto Tundra, what stops the momentum here in that fight from BetBoom? There's no like big Ravage or reset spell. It's just, I guess you counter initiate with a Doom.
They know the heroes are bottom right now?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get the pick off on Pure. Easy peasy.
I almost got Nightfall out of that too. Little map misstep here will cost them their big man.
Big man in the paint.
Tundra strike back. Also, keep in mind that 33 is running around with Purge to break this linkage, so he can do it himself. It can happen pretty fast. It's one of the faster ones. BK, he's gonna scan this out. That was a Tundra scan, actually. Interesting.
Yeah, they saw Nightfall grab the Invis rune and then kind of followed him there, but they had no real plan to kill him, that's for sure. They just kind of said, ha, we know you're Invis. We know you're here.
I think the big piece for the puzzle in this game for Tundra is the support scaling. That's what's going to make me confident in them being able to win this late game with the Phantom Lancer, is if the Enchantress and the Bat both have high impact based on the Bat being able to find consistent initiations off his net worth, and the Enchantress dealing some serious damage. I think AUI is a very sacrificial player when he's like standing in playing 5. You know, I'm not going to expect anything, right? It's impossible to set expectations on him or pressure.
Well, Curtis, that doesn't work the same anymore. I guess Skeeter's here to tank it up for him, so that'll work.
But I do think this is a game where AUI, he's going to have to step up a little and help Tundra scale into this late game and not play too sacrificial. Play a little greedy on the edge, get farm, go to these late game items. He already has Hurricane Pike up, but a little more can never hurt. They're looking for him. They won't find him.
Nope. Oh, they won't.
So now you're pushing towards that next Roshan. It's about who can get their BKBs done.
Spawn time is going to be in 2 minutes, so it is, but it's guaranteed to be down on this corner of the map. So BetBoom probably going to live here, but the portal on through.
That's an aggressive gate.
Yeah, that was. Didn't catch anything for it, though. I guess just trying to keep Tundra on their toes.
Yeah, trying to keep their vision on the map, maintain control of these jungle areas. Not going to go back through the gate, though. Doesn't look like there's any poke or catch from Tundra to punish Bale through here. In fact, they're going to turn it back around on Skeeter.
Like your help shot, but nice Force Staffs getting him away. Toronto Tokyo has to back out. The impetus shot's doing a lot. The Glimmer Cape will protect him. More damage being thrown around. Firestorms, GPK going for the Rubik. But again, these Force Staffs, Tundra doing a great job protecting each other until they run out. AY and Snaking, no more saves available. They ran through those cooldowns. Save,
level
nice
20
shot.
Snapfire now.
Great blast off. That's going to land Cookie to follow it up. Dead Phantom Lancer with a buyback on Snaking when your carry is already gone. This is going to feel very bad for Tundra. They are digging themselves a deep hole now.
They can't find an initiation here. They're getting spells on 9, but what do they matter when the BKBs are up for BetBoom and they can just commit, kill 2 supports right off the bat, and then you still have to fight into this Shiva's Underlord.
Yeah.
The brick wall has been set up by BetBoom, and it's way too hard to break through right now, and you unlock that Snapfire level 20, so the physical burst coming through, if you manage to catch the Phantom Lancer in a pit or something, is way too much for Skeeter to handle. He doesn't have a heart. He doesn't have the extra HP here to survive and skirt in and out of the fight. No Silver Edge yet to break the Underlord and just commit in. He's playing off a Lincoln Sphere. Doesn't feel like it's doing much when you have 2200 HP. You're just getting melted by the AoE. There we go. You know, now I can get to finish up my shaman.
Now it turns back around. Now BetBoom are the one who have to pause. Yeah. All right. Still having a little bit of an issue here. BetBoom, though, probably going to feel pretty good about their 5,000 net worth lead, and I'm surprised they're over here with Roshan spawning in... I mean, Roshan could be up for all they know right now. In fact, I guess they do have a Clockwork who constantly scouts it out with rockets.
That's a nice aspect here. I mean, if BetBoom are in the pit, it's pretty hard to contest. I think every fight we've seen this game, if BetBoom are there as 5, what do you do? It's Tundra.
Yeah, kinda.
I almost think they needed a BKB on snaking this game. Like the old BKB blink bat to guarantee you can at least pull someone out of the ball and create some sort of displacement you can maybe fight around.
Sure.
Because he can't jump into anything. You're just getting stunned. You're getting caught in a pit. We'll have another fast go here. That's a good sign. Tundra need to find some answer in terms of the initiation problem. They cannot start these fights, and if they can't start them, BetBoom are just following their way through this game. They're taking way too many objectives away from Tundra right now, building a net worth lead.
Big. Oh, look at that. They used the gate to be able to get to the Roshan pit a little bit faster.
There's some old school Underlord right here.
What did, I actually missed it. Where did the shard go for Tundra when they did the Tormentor? Oh, telekinesis, throw in, throw him back.
die.
Yeah, seriously, that did not take long. That Morphling pumps out some damage right now.
Hey,
oh,
guys,
okay.
heal him up.
Thank you. Bat Rider Shard.
Yes, Batrider took the shard. Not the best here for Tundra.
No, certainly not.
For some of the others, but they're going to smoke up. They also know that Morphling used ult there on the Rubik. So this is a window where you're not going to get the Phantom Lancer stats stolen. Maybe why they're trying to aggressively go for this play. Don't want to give up Roshan in this game.
Does mean
then the Enchantress first, but this is high ground hold for BetBoom.
High ground hold with the techies too, so mines are going to be pre-laid out.
You got to send illusions in here.
And they'll get some ideas here. You're immediately with the Lotus Orb. He is afraid of getting lassoed.
This who's going to blink first. Your Morphling ult's coming back off cooldown, 10 seconds. This is the initiation problem coming into full force. You could not force the fight. With that Morphling Ag's ult on cooldown, now it's just straight back up, and it goes unpunished here as Tundra will continue to look.
I was going to say, I feel like it's smoke time. If I've seen this story a number of times, the team that holds the high ground that eventually like smokes and tries to wrap around, but it's going to be hard with all of the illusion spam.
I think BetBoom are chilling. Like, I don't think they need to force this too much. I think they're going to wait.
No, Toronto Tokyo brought out a smoke.
I guess it is turning night, huh? They don't really want this Roach going to dire side.
Oh yeah, that does make things.
So yeah, that'll light a fire here for them to get something done in the next 45 seconds.
They're not going to wrap around. They're going to go through the pit area. That's a curious move.
I mean, this can backfire very hard if you get caught in a clumsy position.
Yeah, especially against whatever spells. Oh, look at this. The jetpack. He goes through the heroes that he missed and ends up on top of Skeeter instead. Hurricane Pike forces him away. Save goes in with his blast off as well, but they don't get any kills out of this. The Doom is going to be thrown out onto the Underlord, while the Kisses does a healthy amount of damage to the supports, but they do have some heals.
Somehow the only one to die there is Toronto Tokyo off the impetus.
And they got the jetpack.
Like, I don't know if that hook shot was intentional, but it looked pretty cool.
I don't think it was.
I think you'd much rather have just taken the Doom there. And Roche is going to go to dire side, so BetBoom have their own gate they can go through. Pretty nice. A do-it-yourself version.
Yeah.
Are they going to go through it, though? They're hesitating. Nightfall's staying? He wants to fight?
But they're going to go without GPK? I mean, he does have bots. He can come back into play. They're going to break the Enchantress. Go for the pickoff. Jump forward with waveform. Try to get the kill. Tundra on the run. Some of them going to the Roshan pit. 33 just trying to get out alive.
Yeah, they caught him half and half.
Here. Oh, blink away. Got out with the purge on himself. Cool move. But Nightfall's still going to be able to catch up to him. Has the extra movement speed and will cut him down. Meanwhile, though, Tundra, they're not doing Roshan, and BetBoom know it.
Yeah, there's no way they can commit. It's not fast enough. That was a smart play by Nightfall, right? He knows that Tundra are going to go to this dire side, so he's basically predicting they're going to split up, and he wants to take advantage of the stragglers. Catches the Enchantress, catches the Doom. Very heads-up play. Now they have a numbers advantage. No 33 Doom, no buyback in sight.
A little bit off the mark. Look at this. Nightfall getting right on top of 9. Goes for snaking instead. Fast execution. Now a 4 versus 5 becomes a 3 versus 5 for Tundra.
Nightfall is playing this game so damn well. Very decisive, very aggressive. These are the kind of carry moves that just flat out win you games, because you catch your opponents off guard while they're trying to formulate a plan. You already have one. It's send this Invis Morphling in when they don't have that gem anymore. Vision control not in Tundra's favor. Nightfall using it, still having a perfect Morphling game here. 8-0 and 6, and he's looking for an Aegis to end this before the Phantom Lancer gets to 6-slot territory, which might not even guarantee win Tundra the game, but will definitely make it more difficult.
Sure.
What do you do to try and defend your base now? Because Nightfall is coming. He's mad. He's bad. And he's maybe sad that this game got paused for 40 minutes.
Oh, that's a little interesting word spot. I didn't know that one existed. Over the mighty mines. Tier 2 is going to fall. Is BetBoom going to immediately go high ground with this Aegis, or are they going to try and control the map first a bit?
Skeeter did manage to get a double damage rune. It's something to help him in the next fight here. I also feel like control is in BetBoom's hand. Would not be surprised to see him force the high ground with this Aegis. I don't know if you're going to get a much better window to do it in. You kind of have everything. You have your Snapfire 20, you have the Shivas, Greaves done on Pure.
Mindbreaker is a great neutral item for Snapfire 2. As you start turning into a real right clicker.
It's going to hurt. You cannot get caught in these pits if you're Skeeter. You're gonna have to play the fights on the outside, commit in later. And that just makes it harder for Tundra to get the damage out, because who is dealing damage from their lineup if it's not this one Hurricane Pike from AUI, and it's not the Phantom Lancer committing? I don't feel like they have any other damage. This Rubik looks good on paper, but
when he's stolen Firestorm, it has looked good. When he hasn't had Firestorm, it has been kind of whatever.
He does have it here. It's like an 7 second cooldown almost. The Octarine Timeless Relic will buff up the duration you have the Spell Steal.
It's actually toxic as hell to push into this lineup.
It is very hard. This Firestorm hurts. It definitely hurts. They're probably just going to look for Nightfall to start it off. It's harder to do that when you're pushing into the base, though, with that Silver Edge as opposed to in the open area.
Yeah, he's going to take the tier 3.
This is so hard.
Take a ton of damage. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you can force this. Maybe you just hookshot in? Is that even a good fight, though, when there's so many Force Stabs on Tundra's side? They're just going to reset it.
Yeah, I feel like part of the reason the Rubik hasn't been successful is he doesn't have that security that he has when he's inside of his base. They do try for the hook shot, missed though.
And Nightfall does not want to wait for him onto that Enchantress. Gonna throw some kisses, maybe create some space to just try and take a Rax.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough space though. 33 lays into him a little bit. They go for the lasso, miss. Telekinesis, throw him back, but the adaptive strike does manage to find him.
And Satanic healed Nightfall to full here.
Yeah, he's back up and ready to go. Turns into the Doom, gets a cookie, slays, goes down to 33, but has to back away.
That's almost immediately.
These Phantom Lancer illusions, they are adding up some hefty damage. GPK, in fact, had to consume the cheese. So they have the Aegis, no longer the cheese, and Nightfall isn't particularly healthy either.
This is just a miserable high ground push from BetBoom.
Firestorm, Lasso, Flame Break, Fade Bolt, whatever spells Rubik has, the Phantom Lancer lances being thrown at you all the time.
He knows Skeeter's here?
Miss out on the blast off, but they
How did
break
he
the
know?
Linkets, get the Scythe. Great use by Save in the mine. Almost dumped the telekinesis toss away once again. 9. The saving grace, but the hook shot from behind. Toronto Tokyo will push him back. They've got a real opportunity. Skeeter's going to jump up to the high ground. They do have vision, but GPK cannot get in range. Now it's going to be 33, going to be the target instead. GPK mows him down with the Shredder.
Nightfall says, get out of my way, Tormentor. You stupid Q. I'll take you too.
Does take it, and it's for GPK. Oh, no! How did that battery assault not land?
Dude, he mistimed it.
Oh my god.
The first hit was too far, and the second one was too late. He should have just saved it for the being in the range.
Now he's got Firestorm and Mines. This lineup was hard to push into. Now you're going to have 9 laying Mines out.
And these are low cooldown mines.
Yeah.
That deal a lot of damage.
Oh boy.
You just got to start mining up the base. This is miserable. It's trench warfare, literally. And that ward off mid, that is what saw Skeeter go to the jungle. That's what set all that chase up. I was wondering how Save knew, but always knows. And he's still looking with this Hex.
Blind goes for it. Only illusions. GPK will turn around and go for AEY instead. Instant Scythe. Once again, Save is on point with this item usage right now.
He's just cruising through them. Creating the openings for the team, and the damage is there to clean it up. Even the courier.
In a pit. He's trying to get the gem that's there in that little hole.
In the fire?
It's in something.
Oh, it's literally in the low ground pit.
Yeah.
What is this?
Why is there a pit there? Who knows?
You can't even see it when you look down. It gets covered up. There's a spider in there. Jeez.
A floating spider. That's terrifying.
Well, at least the spider has a friend now.
It's going to turn into gold.
Okay, well, here's your high ground siege into the mine. Have fun. Oh, he forced him in!
Before telekinesis, no way! My got him off, they got him! What
9.
From Tundra!
You god. You absolute high ground.
Oh, look at Dave. He's going to lay out his own mines, try and kill his own carry, but Skeeter does manage to stay alive. Save will die for that attempt. 2 down, and now a chase. Tundra trying to get more heroes. Telekinesis will stop the TP away from Toronto Tokyo, and they get a gem back. They get both gems, as that other gem is still there, I'm sure.
9 says FY. Hold my beer. I'll show you how. What a sick, aggressive force staff.
Oh, that was so
That's
sick.
one of those things you always forget is in the game, but every time you see, you're like, why don't people do that more?
Yeah.
And this is the perfect time. He dealt 2,800 damage to Nightfall with 5 mines there. That is a lot of burst.
So he Fade Bolted, Force Staffed him in. then telekinesis him, threw him back into more mines. That was sick.
There was also a firestorm going down, by the way.
Oh yeah, Firestorm the whole time, percentage-based damage.
Nightfall did not expect that one. Yeah, even threw him into like the last mine that exploded in the way back.
Beautiful.
That is just some sick execution here. And that is not a spell I think you want to be giving away again in this game.
No.
It has done work for 9. It's going to run out here eventually. Maybe that is the saving grace for BetBoom.
And look at that, they all just got 400 gold off bounty runes. Tundra finding a lot as
suddenly
those kills and push out.
Skeeter has a full heart plus 3k gold. And just like that, this Phantom Lancer is approaching level 25 talent and ultra late game status. This game is not that straightforward anymore unless you can find the targets with your hexes, which there are a lot of them. You got double hex plus a hook shot that can chain into it here.
The Axe do.
But look who they found. It's
Perfect
Nightfall.
target dead back to back.
What was he doing there?
I don't know, but he thought he was just going to be clear to be able to go for that. But even the Lincolns, without the Axe or with the Axe, that Lincoln
Doesn't matter now.
Easily removed.
And 33 is still swapping his Midas in to continue to scale in this game as he catches up on the net worth chart.
Classic.
But that Axe, it is potent. It is very potent here. There's not a lot of save mechanisms for the BKB Man of Doom here. There's like a single 4-staff on save.
Yeah.
And this game, a lot of momentum just got shifted. All of that gold lead, it was up to what, 16k is gone in 2 Morphling deaths. Just like that, you're back to even.
Yeah, a 13% win probability here for Tundra, now plummeting to 50.
It's literally an even game entirely. 2 deaths on the Morphling is all it takes to ruin Nightfall's perfect game. Look at kill that momentum.
He's still dropping mines all over the place.
Why not? These might just win you the game at some point randomly.
A little low, but they finally got the shard they were looking for, which is on the Enchantress. Maybe a bit too late for that to be impactful, but we'll see.
Unfortunately for 9, those spells, their time has come.
Oh no, he ran out of the Firestorm and the mines.
He's gonna have to re-up here. This Rubik it's scary, man. It's scary if you give him the good spells in this game, which are pretty much, the Firestorm, any of the Snapfire spells, or that proximity.
Yeah, when you have that much cast range, I feel like those mines are way more useful in a fight.
They also do so much damage.
Yeah.
He has Kaya, he has Timeless Relic, you have debuff amplification, you have spell amplification, duration. I mean, it's like everything on this Rubik plus Arcane Supremacy.
I believe spell amp doesn't work for the mines though.
Does it not?
Yeah, like Kaya spell amp, that kind of spell amp.
No. Are you sure about that?
They didn't anyway. Maybe they changed it, but
all right. Well, either way, when he throws the mines out, it will reduce their resistance, which means that amp that is amping up all his other spells like Firestorm and Fadebolt will do even more as well.
For sure.
It's still damn good. You're right. The mines might not get it. They might have,
holy crap! 45,000 damage dealt. What is this portal? Ooh, sneaking up to Roshan, eh? I mean, it could be up right now. It's not, but it will be in a minute.
a lot of Phantom Lancer illusions on the map. He has illusions in all 3 lanes. This is an illusion rune, I believe. So Skeeter controlling the entire map right now while BetBoom clumped for this objective that is not up yet.
You combine that with the mines, and they have a pretty good idea where BetBoom isn't.
Scatterblast used by
Oh,
GPK.
the lasso almost caught up a GPK. Now they're able to get the counter initiation on a Snake King.
Hexes are way too hard for the Bat Rider to go into.
Trying to jetpack away, AUI, hoping to finish him off. Glimmer Cape survives as a result.
Is the spell steal? That's Kisses.
Oh, Kiss is stolen. That's a big pickup.
That is a huge pickup here.
Especially Snake King. Oh, bot back TP'd in, but he didn't want to complete the TP, so they're going to be out a hero for a little bit. Tundra might want to slow this down.
This Bat Rider just needed BKB this game. It has hurt Tundra so much. He's going to throw the Kisses in to scout the Roche. Unfortunately, it's not up.
Yeah, still not up. BetBoom trying to dodge the damage here, pushing themselves against the back wall.
That'll all be wasted. It is up in 45 seconds. He wants to throw it again.
And you're going to need some illusions to clear through this minefield. All the other lanes are pushing in really heavily. So if Tundra...
Yeah, there's a massive wave bottom. In fact, they're going to gate to kill that wave. Here says, there's no way I'm letting this hit my base with catapults.
Yeah.
They'll clean it up.
Clears it out with the Firestorm.
Wise move, because Tundra are still having initiation problems. How do they start the fights has been their issue all game, and they're not really close to solving it here. So you have a Hex on AUI.
Toronto Tokyo immediately on the jump on Snake King because that's a dieback hero. Snake King hit by the cookie and is gonna die.
AoE
the
Doom,
egg,
but he's
the
hexed.
knife, it stopped the Doom from being able to jump in, and a heavy amount of damage. Waveform actually jumping into that one so he can finish off the Doom himself. Nightfall didn't give a damn about that Doom as long as he has the damage to bring him down. Save gonna miss out on that blast off, but it's clear that BetBoom can just run down any heroes. At this point, 9 just gonna have to back away with whatever spells he's stolen.
I mean, he did get proximity mines again.
That is pretty nice. He's gonna need it for the high
I
ground
guess
defense.
you can defend your base again here for another 3 minutes or whatever it is.
Yep.
5 minutes. These fights just, I don't know. I don't know where the opening is for Tundra. Like, how do you go in versus the double hex waiting for you? You can't really go on the Underlord. There's Lincoln Spheres. There's an Invis Morphling. It's just a Bat Rider lasso with no BKB to back it up. It's impossible.
Yeah, there's way too much that Snake King has to do with too little net worth. I mean, without the BKB, you really can't get this done.
I feel like this game is coming down to Tundra are in a position where it's maybe we can't win, but we're going to make it so you can't either.
Yeah,
and hope that BetBoom throw going high ground. Like, that's probably your best bet right now, is you get some crazy high ground defense fight that just boomerangs back to BetBoom's base and you win off that.
Yeah,
Because I don't
push
think
to
you can
60
aggressively
minutes.
take it to them.
Time to get weird with it.
The problem is, level 25 is done for Snapfire, so GPK he's hitting full capacity here, and he is really starting to hurt.
Nightfall could be a little bit more careful, but the kisses, the stolen kisses are going to be put to work. That is super annoying because that's just another way they have to wait out here.
At this point, stop casting proximity mines.
Yeah, you may have to start thinking about that.
It might help you win this game.
You're not really a hero without it, but
Yeah, but is 9 a hero without it? That's a bigger question.
I mean, to be fair, when they killed the Morphling, Save also went in and almost soloed Skeeter. So,
That is true. Okay, how about this? You can't go high ground. What if you just bypass it? What if you push a wave in and you just gate behind Tundra in their own base
okay.
and just kill them?
They have a lot of force staffs, and they're professional Dota 2 players. I feel like their reaction speed is pretty decent. I feel like then you've just gone behind a tier 3, but you haven't actually caught anybody. And now 9 is operating from his fountain rather than his tier 4s, you know?
Okay, but what if we have a distraction? We just need a distraction.
I thought you were going to make some sort of game suggestion. Instead of going high ground, what if you could burrow? What if you could dig a tunnel into the enemy base?
I mean, he is the Abyssal Underlord for a reason.
That's true.
He
That's
owns
his home.
those realms.
Well, the Clockwork Ags rocket spam, that's going to keep all the lanes pushed in. So Tundra kind of need to find a way to put some sort of pressure out there, exert some sort of force on the side lanes.
All right, I'm just saying, let's not rule the gate idea out.
Okay.
Let's not rule it out, because this game is looking hard to end. So sometimes doing some crazy thing that nobody expects, that makes no sense, is your best option.
Well, maybe you just catch them when they come outside their base, like these two supports. Force Staff, Aeon Disc for Snaking, trying to get over the line. AUI is going to be left behind, though. Stolen Firestorm, though. More high ground defense. And he stole a little Shredder?
Not too useful here.
No, probably not. Only 154 damage. If only he had a damage down.
He already has the mines down, so like, it's already a problem.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You got to send some illusions in or get somebody.
Oh, he tried to Force Staff Pure in.
Well, they're gonna glyph the wave. Try and help the wave go in.
Okay. Nightfall starts pushing at it. Telekinesis throw him back in once
He was
again.
getting flashbacks.
Hook shot. Oh, Toronto Tokyo, that's not where you want to be. He's going to die almost instantly in the out.
That's a good
Doom.
Doom.
On top of all these low health heroes. 3 heroes are already gone. They're going to start buying back on some of them. Toronto Tokyo, but I think the rest realize this is a bad fight. There is no
really
saving
bad
it.
fight.
There's maybe no saving Nightfall.
GPK?
He's going to need the help,
GPK?
though. He's got a
Double shredder.
BK double shredder goes to work. He absolutely shredded the Doom, and now he's looking for more. Tundra retreating back to their high ground, playing playing the distance game, playing off these stolen spells.
Stolen
Nine, though, going to be
pods?
caught by that Shredder. Force staff gets him away. GPK couldn't finish off
Yo, these
opponent
illusions.
laner.
These illusions. Save him.
Doing so much damage.
Oh my-
GPK, oh, jeez.
Yo, this Phantom Lancer is becoming an issue, man. Octarine, 4,300 HP. These illusions, he doesn't even need to be in the fight, and he is killing cores. 3 buybacks for BetBoom, and they got AUI?
I mean, they got the Doom.
They didn't even get a Rax. Yeah, but they didn't get the Doom buyback.
They're going back? Dude, this is crazy.
This
I mean, I
is the
guess
type
there's
of
no
way.
Dooms.
This is how Tundra win the game. Like, you push a base without buys, and they somehow win these base defense fights, which have been going super well for them. But they don't have to be the ones initiating. Their lineup thrives. Snakey finds the opening.
Oh, we got him on the lasso before
Into the mines.
go off into the mines. He goes.
Justice against the techies.
Now they got the scythe onto the Morphling too as they tried to follow save in. He's dead for 2 minutes, and it's time for BetBoom to quit this idea
Skeeter
that they
doesn't
can
wanna
go
let
up the
him
high
go.
ground anymore. It is a failed endeavor, my friends. Get out.
Save me, says Toronto Tokyo, but Nightfall says, pay for your own sins. I'm out of here.
Nightfall. He should be able to wait for him and just farm his way backwards here. Refresher is going to be his next idea.
That is 2 diebacks for BetBoom. 90
Yeah.
seconds without the supports. 6 minutes for all those cooldowns.
At the same time, they're a much different team, I think, when they're on their high ground and when they're not.
Oh yeah, these aggressive goes from Tundra are way harder than the defensive-oriented fights. But they're getting to a point where the Phantom Lancer is... It's not so clear how to deal with him anymore. And he's doing a significant more amount of damage than he was 10 minutes ago with the talent, with the crits coming through. You got an Enchantress buyback out of that and nothing else. Or triple buy and some deaths. This momentum has changed a lot. 7k gold lead for Tundra, and the AoE Dooms have been spot on from 33. Who's still probably going to have buyback for the next fight if he can get a little more gold.
Now, they're the ones to use Kisses defensively to try and clear out a creep wave, but they did get over that backdoor protection line.
Yeah, look at how far back they're playing. They do not want to give up a lasso here. Snaking was fishing for it. This is disciplined play.
In damage. Okay, backdoor
That's a
protection
lot.
goes up for a second, but it's back out.
And the first racks of this game goes to Tundra. Wow. That is astounding. All of the things we thought about what this Rubik pick would do for them were absolutely wrong. As it was not the early game, it was not the mid game, it is the late game.
The late game mines and Firestorm.
The Rubik trench warfare is what paid off for Tundra here. As they turn the techies against BetBoom multiple times, find a foothold. Now they have a bunch of range keeps pushing in with a troll. Get cleared up here. Supports are back for BetBoom. So now you're back in that position for Tundra where you do not want to take the aggressive fight.
Yeah,
But if you can bait
they
him in.
definitely want to on BetBoom. They get the scythe into the blast off. Good telekinesis usage to get Snaking back. Really making this Eon Disc work for him now.
This game is coming down to buybacks and who finds who on these jumps. You find the Phantom Lancer. Do you ever find the Phantom Lancer again in this game? I mean, he even has that shard, right? The new shard that is an extra invis element. It's so damn hard to find Skeeter at this point. That on top of the Doppels with Octarine cooldown, on top of Manta, on top of Lincolns, on top of Ninja Gear. Good luck.
Radiant's bottom
You are going to need a lot of spells to end this game. You're also going to have to find Tundra outside their base. That seems to be the conclusion I have drawn from the last 5 minutes here. And we're approaching the 60-minute mark, which means those last tier of neutral items. You better be praying for some Machinas.
That should help.
I think you need them on the BetBoom side.
What's the... Is there any... Oh, there's the blade mail item, right?
Arcanist armor?
Yeah, I was just trying to think of if there is any item that gives you magic resistance. At least that Arcanist armor helps deflect some of this damage to maybe, I don't know who, Underlord, I guess?
I just don't know how you commit on the Tundra high ground. Like, that's the problem. The PL is way too obnoxious. Snaking is running in here.
Yes,
no
no
Aeon.
heroes.
by the way.
Ron to Tokyo. He's going to use that axe refresh. Hook shot inside the vice. A lot of stuns, but 33 is going to get on top of save. We'll follow up there. But 33 is also taking a lot of damage. He's got to be careful of GPK's Shredder.
Snaking sacrifices his life to get out some spells and force the buyback.
They're
Firestorm.
poking at them from a distance.
Duncan.
Kiss is trying to cover all this up right now as Pure goes for the desperate TP out, but he will be denied that. Toronto Tokyo is going to be caught up in it as well. So double kill with no buyback. No Underlord, no Clockwork. Tundra now in a 5 versus 3 with lots of time.
This Rubik is becoming terrible. Look at the damage in this fight from the Rubik, by the way. He hit level 25. He has 40% spell amp for stolen spells. He's throwing out a Firestorm that gets amped by the Kaya built into the E-Blade, with E-Blade on top of a hero, with Timeless Relic, with his own spell amp, and then he's rocket flaring off cooldown, and he had an Arcane Rune there.
Okay.
He had like 5-second cooldown rocket flare that's hitting for like 350 or something. That's just a joke. Not to mention this Firestorm was chunking Pure.
I mean, how much is it? 5% burn damage? It was doing 167 damage a wave?
It's just disgusting what this Rubik is putting out right now with all the talents online.
4% max HP burn right now.
The late game is where he shines, apparently.
Oh, look at that, though. Divine Rapier picked up for GPK.
Okay, he is not playing around anymore.
No, with that Daedalus. Remember the last time 33 tried to show up with the Ag's Doom, and then the Shredder
Yeah,
took
he
him
might
down to
just
half?
disappear.
Yeah, he might just die straight up.
I mean, that was a double Shredder, so he only has one. He has to use it wisely here, but it is a multi-Shredder with the extra hits.
Blast off lands, but
33?
Doom's already dead.
Where's that Shredder?
Comes through. They have to back themselves up a
Oh,
little bit here.
oh,
Shredder goes through.
gone.
And that's a double.
You're gone, son. Blink and you miss it. GPK puts you back in the well as he got some crits to boot. And he'll take the 2 for 1.
Oh, look at that. Enchantress AUI already setting him up with a creep long time ago. Has a TP point for them to go into the Roshan pit. So even though they're down a man, they still might be able to take this Roshan before BetBoom can get there.
This is so slow. They're going to get there for
Yeah, this is going to be too slow. And Tundra have messed up a Roshan engagement before in this game. The first one, in fact.
They'd rather take the positioning here.
That was the reveal of the Divine Rapier, is one thing to note. GPK, is he going to get that same kind of beautiful jump again? Pressure for Wave Morphling.
You don't have much armor on Tundra's side. That's the problem. Even if you know about it, what are you going to do about it? Like, you don't have a Shivas. You don't have an AC. These are all squishy heroes to that Shredder.
Yeah.
If he connects, you have only a prayer to save you at that point. Still, the buybacks are up for Tundra. They're getting a lot of gold in Arcane Blink for 9.
Okay, and we also have 60-minute items, so you're going to be coming in. BetBoom not worried about the tier 5s, instead worried about Roshan. As he goes over to the Radiant side, they're going to quickly take it down.
I don't think Tundra can test this. They'd rather save their buybacks, play for the high ground defense.
Of course.
Dare I say it.
So a free Aghanim Scepter for the... He already consumed his eggs, actually, so he can give it to someone.
Minus.
Oh, no, he does.
Yo, Nine, what are you doing down here, son?
Yeah, Nine
Oh
showed
my
himself,
God.
almost got hit. There was a hook shot that was attempted. Oh, he didn't make it over the cliff. He spotted again, and there's the damage.
What was he doing?
I don't know. He might have thought Roshan was still on top.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't... Like, you knew BetBoom were down there.
Yeah.
He's just solo. I mean, you have Arcane Blink with Seer Stone, so this Blink range is insane, but it did not get him far enough. And now you have Aegis for the Divine GPK, who's only 1 talent away from being maxed here.
Okay, let's go over...
5 items come through. It's always Giant's Ring for Skeeter.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna see this. Yeah, that is a shred from hell right there. How does Skeeter always end with Giant's Ring?
Has fallen.
It's just destiny. I mean, I guess now it's higher chance, but even back then he was getting it. That's a big Phantom Lancer and a big problem.
Yeah, we're having a hard time with that damage. Look at that Desolator.
Woo. The Rockets, not enough.
Almost finished off AUI.
Well, they found a lasso.
So, pulling in the Morphling, they're going to be able to get the Doom on top of them. They have any force snaps to get the Morphling out of here. They
What is
definitely need to,
happening
but the
in this
damage is just intense. GPK is making heroes disappear every single time he jumps in, but BetBoom
Look at the
do
base.
have the base to worry about.
Yeah, they really have to worry about this. They have Gate to come back, though.
Yeah, GPK's not backing down. He wants to see if Tundra come out.
Yes, Stygian Desolator, man. The damage is absolutely out of control.
Yeah, how much damage is he doing a hit?
It's so much. It's
700, almost 750, and then he can crit off of it.
Yeah, that is disgusting. And for no armor. They have no armor. Absolutely nobody survives a full round. Absolutely nobody except Skeeter. And I mean, he's being hard to find. That's going to be an Arcane Blink. for GPK. We are seeing the rise of these arcane blinks for a reason.
Yeah, why is that?
It's just the cooldown, the range. You get in really deep.
Yeah.
You get in and out very fast.
Look at this smoke move. The tier 3 that they took so long ago is gone, so they can make this play. And look at that. They're going to spot AUI.
Didn't even... Oh, he did use the Shredder, but he'll be happy to clean up a Rax through back door with that. Skeeter, your time has come yet again to defend the high ground.
Just throw him in. Oh, he got Lotused, so he couldn't actually throw him in.
GPK needs to think about the mana burn in these fights, too. Like, Shredder's only as scary as you can cast it.
Right.
These illusions burn you out pretty fast. This game has become an absolute abomination of a Dota game.
Mirror Shield for Nightfall. What other tier 5s do we got right now? So, Stygian Desolator. Yeah, we saw that one.
Still a token on Pure and
So,
a token on Toronto Tokyo. So they're waiting. 4 boots for Toronto Tokyo. All right.
And another Mirror Shield, this time for the Underlord.
They were probably looking for the armor and didn't get it. That's what I'm going to assume here. So they have 1 token left for save, I believe.
Tundra, we got a Mirror Shield on Snaking when he jumps in. Giant's Ring for Skeeter.
It's a good mirror shield for sure.
There's the Seer Stone that we saw earlier from 9.
I also like the pirate hat for AUI.
Horse Boots, okay.
You get that attack speed on the Enchantress.
Oh, yeah.
Start digging up some runes to save for the buybacks for the high ground defense, because that's how you're winning this game.
I mean, that is probably the most efficient tier 5 neutral item to pick up if you're just constantly digging up bounty runes. Like,
oh, by the way, look at the look at what 9 picked up again.
oh no! Oh
Game
no!
is something else, dude. This is one of those games that
Wait, let me see the range. Yeah, he can throw those mines.
Yeah, he just hurls them in.
He's an artillery. He's just chucking them out there.
The cooldown is way too low for this to be fair, man. I'm telling you, this is one of those games all 10 players lose. They all lose this game, no matter what happens. They all just went out of it.
Well, if BetBoom wins, they can be done with the series. Tundra win, we're going another round.
They got to do it again. And this has been a struggle, but they are holding on. Absolutely holding on, and they have waited out this Aegis. I mean, GPK he has 1 more slot, kind of. He has a level 30 talent to get, but otherwise he's pretty capped. And this level 30 talent, it's good, but he's not really playing off his ult. He's playing off the shred.
He's going into another Divine Rapier. His Aegis is about to expire.
They gave him the Wisdom Rune for that talent. They're powering him up, but this Aegis is going to be gone. And I don't know how easy it is to go high ground into this Phantom Lancer with 5,500 HP when you can't find him. They need a way to find him. They need vision. They need rocket flares to hit him, but he's invis half the time.
Not that it matters, by the way, but it's an even net worth game.
Oh, yeah. Exactly 1K difference. Why not add it to the list?
Yeah.
Might be here for another hour if the games at this major are any indicator.
Coming in.
Do you even wait? I mean, what does waiting for next Roche even do? You can't go high ground.
Actually, one thing. The Rubik spells will run out.
Sure, but...
So he'll have to re-steal some spells if you get like a fast initiation.
I mean, the base is already completely mine.
Yeah, but he may not be able to like firestorm you at the start of the fight, which has been
really important. This last 3.5 minutes that we've been sitting here is 9's buyback period.
Oh yeah,
like he bought earlier in. So if BetBoom want to try and abuse this with all of theirs up, if you find the Rubik and kill him, he's gone.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, it has to.
They have a double damage in the river.
That is a big rune.
I mean, it's
a very big rune.
You put that on the Snapfire.
Grandma's hitting real hard.
A cowboy grandma from hell. Just gonna get the bottle to put it in so they have it saved.
Is that a Pantera reference? Or
a little bit, yeah.
I respect that. It's 66 minutes in this game to think of that one. He will take that DD. Grandma will power up here. She's bringing a world of pain. There ain't no cookies for anybody anymore.
I do not thank.
But can you get the damage out on who you want? That is the problem.
Look at Curtis. Where did these creeps even come from? They come from top? They go through the portal? How'd you get these here, Curtis?
I mean, he's pushing the one lane that there isn't a Rax. Like, he's going to mega you. That's the thing BetBoom have to think about, too. These creeps are going to mega you bottom if you commit for a fight, and your base is missing 2 lanes and exposed. There's a real possibility you just somehow get thrown on the backside with the bots.
Do they have some bots in?
They do. They have bots, too, on two of their cores between the Doom and the
Oh,
PL.
they all have bots.
Yeah, even the Rubik has one. They might be thinking about it, honestly. 4 boots of travel 2 up. For
Dude,
Tundra
they're
right now.
definitely thinking about it.
Oh my
that
God.
many bots twos, they are 100% going to Mega's you.
There's a glyph. There is a glyph that you have to think about.
I think BetBoom is
They
going
gotta
to
go
get
back.
caught by this.
I don't know how they end this game. This is one of those games that I feel like BetBoom lose just because they can't win it. Like, they just can't win the game, so inevitably you will lose.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more red dots on the map, that's for
Oh
sure.
my god, that base.
Tundra's base is going through puberty right now. There's red dots everywhere.
The aggressive smoke.
Yep, the aggressive smoke in. And buildings, they're letting the creeps actually hit the buildings. The range barracks dies to just that.
How did we end up in a siege scenario where Tundra are the ones sieging?
I don't know, but the illusions, they're going to start hitting the buildings, and that is going to force BetBoom out of the base at some point.
Don't tell me Tundra are going to whittle their way through a melee racks. 10 damage at a time. They actually will. They are the team to do that.
They're the team 100% to do that.
How does Snaking not have a BKB in this game?
Oh yeah, he bought
don't
a
understand.
and then he bought a bots too.
Buy a BKB, dude.
Yeah, he's got a mirror shield.
At this point, I don't even think it matters because he's just going to die to the shred, but...
Just believe in the mirror shield.
Oh my god. Well, Nine's buyback is coming back up. So they got that going for him.
I'm so surprised that Tundra didn't put the pressure on BetBoom. I mean, I guess they didn't have buyback on 9. It's up in 40 seconds. Maybe that's just a risk too much. Like, you lose that fight, they could go high ground in a minute.
You gotta remember, it's Tundra too, you know? You guys are a very patient team.
Yes.
I doubt they're in a rush right now.
And I'm not sure if BetBoom is that same kind of team. Are they patient?
I think they're getting frustrated.
Yeah, I think so too.
2 more creeps are pushing in bottom.
I feel like they were a little lax on their base defense, you know?
Yeah, it's creeping up.
It's coming in again.
These games are very frustrating.
I mean, if Phantom Blitz are just TP'd into bottom lane and just all in the building.
You might get it. He probably dies.
He probably dies.
I don't think the Megas are worth the PL buyback.
I agree with that 99% out of 100. But in this situation where your high ground is so immense, like BetBoom might be like, guys, we have to go high ground now because of Mega.
That is quite a gambit.
And that's a gambit to win, baby.
That's a Lancer gambit right there.
Oh my god, he found an arcane. Oh, Snaking! He took the arcane rune from 9.
And that was okay. You don't know where BetBoom are right now. And they are very close. That Linkus will proc.
They almost caught Snaking. Gating in.
Form.
Another Glimmer Cape, another Blink ready to go. He might even think about going back in. Some of his team is around. Anybody want a Wisdom Rune? The old... How much experience does a 70-minute Wisdom Rune give you? 2,800. Oh my god, he's almost level 25.
Yeah, that's a decent 25 talent.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the last one to get in this game. Yes, everybody else is 25 or higher.
All right, playing for Roche.
And it's going to be a clash. Snake gets hooked.
Tokyo spots him, hits him with the hook. Bounce it back with the cogs. The Undead's going to be able to protect him. Nullifier's a little bit late. They get the 4 staffs to get him out of there.
And Nightfall, he committed 1 BKB. He does have Refresher here. They still want to take the fight. Again, Tundra are happy just poking spells out from BetBoom, slowly wearing them down.
Oh, look at that spell steal
he got
range,
mines
man. He got
again.
mines again.
Why? Why do you do this to yourself?
Now, dude, Roshan Pit's going to get mined up so heavily. If BetBoom do not find a way to start this fight now, it is going to start looking like the dire base.
I mean, they can't because their base is still getting pressured. There's like stupid Wildekins and shit in their base.
Why is relentless,
He's
man.
sending a Warpine in mid. Why, dude? It's so annoying.
Look at Skeeter with his Giant's Ring and this invisibility.
Snaking is so far up, he doesn't have Aeon. They don't see him. They see him now.
They spot him now. Immediately, the hook shot.
Yeah,
Force that. Oh, he dies instantly.
He is by.
He does. And he got a reaction out of BetBoom. Toronto Tokyo maybe didn't want that cookie. But it's okay. The illusions are cleared out.
Still hit of Malice here.
Back to the mines.
Gonna be throwing out pits. No cooldown in between, with mines on top of it. In fact, yeah, he can literally just have 2 pits out. Well, I hope BetBoom are enjoying this one.
Oh my god, you're gonna get pitted and
Does it
mined,
stack?
pitted and mined.
Do the pits stack? Why do I have to ask if the pits stack? That shouldn't be a question I have to know. Like, it's not normal.
We're about to find out.
Refresher for Snaking. I guess he can refresh the Aeon when he goes in. He has played this game with some balls, I'll give him that.
Yep.
He has just jumped in every fight, live or die.
And they are encroaching on your territory, BetBoom. They are getting more illusions,
mine at a
more
time.
mines. Here comes Toronto Tokyo straight into the heart of hell.
That Cog
for it. The Cog's blocking it.
not do
Nightfall.
work.
That's going to be a BKB wasted at this point. And the Doom, who has jumped
Time
back
to
in,
turn.
now gets on top, goes for the Underlord. They're going to quickly take him down. That was fast. And Lil Shredder only being used on illusions. There's no real Phantom Lancer
many
there.
Lancers.
Tundra is playing the kite game perfectly here.
Lift, throw him back one at a time, send the illusions in.
Tried to go for the cookie, blink away. Meanwhile, Impetus
That's a pure buyback.
is pure buyback.
And remember, their base is getting hit by a goddamn Warpine Raider right now. I don't know how these creeps are still here for AUI, but they are just exerting some pressure.
Kiss is going out, trying to get some vision for Pure to come back into play, but he's immediately caught in the pit. He runs forward, Nullifiers immediately blocked. Nullifier got onto Skeeter here, but he doppelgangers away to the side. It's going to be AUI. Low Shredder, 2 shots, that's all it takes.
He will buy back.
Oh, he got him with the snaking. Oh, but getting pushed back by the Cogs. They got the last one at GPK. They have to get this kill, and he's dead.
Divine on the deck. Who got it?
Divine
I don't even
all
think it's
around.
still there. Nobody wants it. There's
More
too
and
much
more
chaos.
mines. Nightfall's trying to get away. A buyback on GPK. He's trying to get back in, but he can't get to the Divine Rapier, but I think he might have had a stash.
I think Skeeter. Wait, where'd it go?
He got it. He picked it up on 30.
my-
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna just go back in.
They managed to get the blast off. Buyback immediately onto 9.
The pig.
Nullifier and the scythe. Oh, they could go for Skeeter. Oh, form. Can it catch him? A Glimmer Cape is getting him away. They don't have the detection. Now Skeeter is healing back up. They turn. BetBoom a little bit lost, but they spot their target. That's going to be the Doom.
Skeeter, he has to try and heal up during this period.
He
has
keeps on
to fight
showing
this
himself,
fight.
though. He keeps on baiting BetBoom in deeper and deeper. They desperately want this kill.
Oh, is that him? Is it not him? It's the Lancer
They're
from
not sure anymore.
Nightmares.
He's TPing out. He's TPing on the vision, but Zane couldn't get it off.
And meanwhile, the creeps are being dragged out of their
Tier
base.
4s are dying over here. There is a throne exposed on the Radiant side. BetBoom have to send Pure back once again.
They got 3 buybacks out of Tundra and a Roshan, but it cost them 3 of their own, and they're going to have to chase it top. Well, the base is being threatened. GPK gets his Divine back, but I don't know if he feels good about that one.
I mean, was that his original Divine? Because he also had a second Divine.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And I think he regained it in that fight because he did not have enough gold for buyback and a second one here. Wait, Roche is back. Okay, Roche has bugged and has gone back bottom as they stunned it. A fatal mistake, but I guess it doesn't matter. It'll cost him a little time.
Yeah, it's
This
fine.
game indeed has everything. It's some Roshan Rebellion.
Oh, God. Now there's a refresher on GPK again. We saw it last time.
He's just gonna eat the cheese.
Yeah.
He's like,
Screw it.
screw your cheese, man. I don't have the slots for this.
I've never heard of a block of cheese. Yo, Toronto, Tokyo. You want to go over there?
You don't give cheese. I mean, Toronto Tokyo probably wanted it, actually. He's like, what the hell, man? Why'd you eat that? That's a classic GPK move if I've ever seen one. If I can't eat the cheese, nobody will. None of you deserve the cheese this game.
Maybe if any of you start pulling your goddamn weight, you could have a cheese.
Giant Lancer Illusions just killed Toronto Tokyo's courier in his base. By the way,
Yeah?
AUI died in that fight, and because he's dead, he was microing mud golems in BetBoom's base.
He was.
Pulling creeps off of the throne. That's why those tier 4s are dead. Because he pulled a Radiant Wave off of the tier 4.
Really? That's
The
what he
mud
did?
golems.
This man will take so much of you from so
man,
little.
He has no chill, bro. this man has no chill. Disgusting. This is a disgusting
You already
game.
won a TI. You've retired. Chill out, AUI.
Take a break, man. take a break. This is so sweaty. Wind Waker done.
Needs it too. Nullifiers are scary, but
Ooh. I mean, these Dooms have been super impactful too. Tundra, they need to play around the jumps from 33, sticking on these core targets with the 2 Dooms between him.
I almost feel bad.
Very influential, as the other 3 had to buy for that fight. I mean, BetBoom, they did find heroes. It costs them a lot, and now they are buying out for the Rapiers cap. It is double Rapier for GPK.
Yeah.
And a Rapier for Nightfall. Has 3.
I think Nightfall, that was the
Was that the one on the ground?
yeah,
I don't even
I'm
know.
telling you, GPK had a second Rapier.
Maybe. I mean, who the hell knows at this point?
And I think he's trying to figure out the damage. Which is better, Daedalus or a second Rapier?
Daedalus? I think it's always the Rapier, but Daedalus is definitely better than the Silver Edge.
Okay.
And he does have
But he
a
also kind of
refresher
needs the
as
Silver Edge to get in position, maybe. God, it's hard to...
I mean, what happens if you ever just Shredder the tier 4s with double Divine and insta-refresh Shredder it again? Do they just disappear?
Just
like
take
just
the throne? Just, like they just don't pop Glyph in time?
It's like
just win
2
the game?
seconds. Like, I'm telling you, the gate play. It goes back to the
Back to the gate!
Just gate him there. Let him go to work.
Snaking. Spotted. Oh, the blink away, barely.
they're
Bronco
refresh
Tokyo blind hook shot. Was just praying to land it, but Snake King gets away.
And Pure's already keeping bottom. He knows the game that is being played right now. Get the lanes in. The eventual split push. By the way, Tundra's base is still completely mined from earlier.
Yeah. And also they, still have not taken any buildings past that tier 3, which I'm surprised that we haven't seen like just a little Shredder quickly take one of these buildings, but...
If he had buyback here, I think maybe we'd see it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is BetBoom's plan to win this game? What is it?
I don't know.
Okay, well then don't make fun of my gate plan. If you don't, nobody knows.
Listen, I don't know what the right plan is, but I know what a bad plan is.
There's still
Hey,
bad
you
plan.
gotta watch
There's no
out.
plan.
He's gonna be pulled back in. Aghanim Scepter immediately. As soon as they get the lasso, they use the Doom on 33. And if there's anybody who tries to save the person who gets lassoed, they're gonna get doomed too. Just like the Underlord now. 33 though does need some help. That Lotus Orb, Aeon Disc can only last so long. Gets a Force Staff away, managed to survive. So they bring down the Underlord for 2 minutes. And now it's BetBoom who have to retreat here.
Yeah, they need to get the hell out. No Pure for 2. That is...
No, GPK goes back in.
2.
Quickly bursts down the Doom. They surprise him, and Nightfall's going to be able to catch the Bat Rider as well.
3 dead for Tundra.
And now, just like
Out of
that, I mean,
nowhere.
the numbers disappear so quickly. It's all about who gets the jump. The advantage goes away in a second.
I thought Tundra were going to rout him there for sure, but if you can't find GPK and he finds you, that is a death sentence. Tundra do not have answers for the Snapfire right now. BetBoom do not have answers for Skeeter, but one of them kills you a lot faster. They did get a save buyback out of that as he went through the gate that Pure set up. So that's going to be the longest cooldown in the game now on the techies. But once again, I ask BetBoom, how are you winning this game? I know how Tundra aren't losing it. I want to know how you are going to win this. It's going to have to be a man up at some point. You're just going to have to commit to like a push and kill these heroes through buyback.
I don't know. I still think there is some siege with Shredder that is possible. Oh, look.
He's worried about the lift into the aggressive Force Staff type play that we saw earlier, I think.
AY 2000's heading for the Radiant base again. Look at him go.
That's a Lizard down. Whose Lizard is this?
I mean, he's got the... Doesn't he have the Ancient talent?
Oh.
Wait, who has the Home of the Overlord then?
Whose Lizard is it?
Oh, it's Skeeter's. Skeeter's bought a Helm of the
my
Overlord
God.
and backpacked it.
Of course.
Dude, this team has all the tricks, man.
They're so goddamn nerdy.
Barracks are under
It didn't even... It's still down here. He's just holding it.
Yeah, he's just going to chill out.
I mean, this is what you're supposed to do. This goes back to literally the Eternal Envy days. He's the first one I saw do this, where you buy an extra Helmet of Dominator, you get a creep, and
Yeah.
you save it back here for boosted travel possibly.
Yep.
It is a very important thing to have up, and Skeeter has so much extra gold. Why not do it?
I mean, if they could still do it, they'd probably buy mass couriers and circle them around the throne.
That said, they also have another vehicle as 9 stole Gate,
Oh.
which is pretty interesting since he has the Ags for it too.
Oh, yeah, hit him with the pit around the gate.
Let's see what he can do with this. I don't know how useful it's going to be. He's going to throw a gate onto them. And they...
What?
What the...
That wasn't the move. I mean, it's fine. He's got like Octarine, super low cooldown. They don't know about it. They're just having some fun. I mean, Tundra can entertain themselves all day long inside this base. They're in for the long haul, baby. They're gonna stick around. Oh, a double damage. Oh god, look at him. 1,100 damage.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy right there.
Mortimer is heavy.
He's been in the gym.
That boy thick.
He is a thick boy indeed.
It's a thick ass boy right there.
Oh my god. But can he do anything with it?
Look at the game on the phone. They're like, oh god, guys, they're going to backdoor us. Nope, all just a bait. Tundra's just screwing with you.
This is one of the silliest games I've ever seen on so many levels. 82 minutes. This game does not look like it's close to being over. Are we actually going to give that other 2-hour game a run for its money here?
Remember when Ice Frog put in tier 5 items as okay, if the game actually goes 60 minutes, you end the game with these.
No one got an Ex Machina though. That's the crazy part. It's just a bunch of mirror. It's like all defensive. It's like all mirror shields and force boots to play the high ground fights.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, neither team has an idea how to win this game. They just both understand how to not lose it. They're like, guys, don't worry. Our plan to not lose is better. This is where the MR factor comes in. Who's younger? Who's younger in this game? It's got to be BetBoom.
BetBoom, surely. I feel like AUI probably
AUI is struggling.
He takes the average away.
I mean, Snake's up there too. Oh, they found a Doom on Nightfall.
Where did that come from? They were so worried about the gate. They didn't pay attention to the fact that Tundra could be outside the base.
That is a big death. Can Tundra punish it? Probably not. He does that buy.
Now, Roshan is not going to be up in time, so that was actually a time for Tundra to get an Aegis and maybe try and force Megas, but they will not, sadly. It is very poorly timed with this Morphling death timer.
The way this map has shifted in this game is so bizarre. Like, I don't understand what's keeping BetBoom in their base or what's letting them get to Tundras. It's so wacky. Then you have these random pickoffs that feel like now I feel like BetBoom can't shove lanes out, but I didn't feel like that 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
The game is just out of control. It is very illogical. Chaos reigns.
Oh, he's got the Aghanim Scepter on the techies. The Illusions will rock that one. And they're just cutting in through the corner because of the Giants ring. They don't have to go around. They just cut the corner.
And let Illusions do the work. Snaking went for a jump and got cogged.
Really great reaction there from Toronto Tokyo, but it doesn't result in anything. Just use of his Ags and BKB.
Rax is going down.
He's trying to protect it with his body.
By the way, those Doom Illusions are off of Manta. 33 bought an extra Manta in this game just to send some more units in. Snaking finds the jump again.
Snaking does manage to get it, but he got caught by the pit and now the scythe. And now he's been shredded.
Yeah, that was an initiation. That was one of the initiations in Dota.
Throw yourself into the meat grinder. But it doesn't even phase BetBoom. They hold the buyback.
Buy a damn BKB, man. No, buy the BKB. I'm telling you, if you go in BKB, you have a chance of Force-Staff dragging the dude out. You are getting insta-hexed every time. He's had it queued up for 90 minutes this game.
It's an 85.
You have enough surplus gold to buy it and have buy. Dear Lord. Snake. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you doing it?
Okay. They pitted up to Roshan.
He's up, they're doing it.
And they know about it.
Yeah, but Tundra, I feel like they know too. They
definitely do, and they just want to be able to get Megas off this.
The Megas might be more valuable than the Roche at this point.
I think so too.
What the hell is Roche doing for you in this game? You don't even have the slots.
Look at, Skeeter, first time he's committing his actual hero, not for long. First sign of resistance, he backs away, and the Roshan dies too quickly.
That's a shard to save Aegis back to GPK for the Divines. I mean, that's the nice part about the Roche. You can protect these rapiers on GPK. But honestly, the rest is... It's not doing much for you here.
You think they're working on the building. BetBoom, you gotta keep your attention on this. Tundra will not stop. Oh, we got the mines again.
Oh, these are good. You can use them on the building.
Oh, hook shot off the mark.
Well, they don't want to let him get out of here with that steal.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo is desperately searching for more, but he's not going to be able to get it. Just drawing attention with the Aeon Disc, Lotus Orb, bouncing back some spells. But I think maybe he has committed himself to death.
Off BKB!
He did, and he goes
doing it.
and he goes for the lasso, and he's pulling away the clockwork. Toronto Tokyo going to be abducted, and he gets doomed up as well. They're going to throw every spell they have just for a single pickoff because they know BetBoom are not going to take advantage of the
bless
timer.
you, son. Bless you, Snaking. You finally got there, and it looked glorious.
And now you're right. Illusions and Minds can start throwing up to the high ground.
Yeah, you can throw these proximities on the racks here if 9 can get in close enough. He has decent range on him. He's gonna switch him out, actually.
Power Cox, that's... Firestorm is great.
Minefield landed again. Not... This is some weird siege going on with this giant swing over the
I mean,
head.
the mantra should be the building is lower than it was a minute ago.
That is true. Technically, you are winning the game.
It is up to BetBoom. They have to do
stolen
something
mines
to
again.
stop this. Here comes the mines.
It just procced one. There's the other. They got the glyph.
Oh, they glyphed off of it.
That's bad. That's
Oh, that's
really
no valuable, especially GPK, who almost dies off the illusion, turns around, tries to fight him, stays alive, but it's a moment.
Nine understands what's going on now.
Yep.
The chunking has begun. Toronto Tokyo, he's going to have to buy back. BKB back up for Snaking. He could look for another jump, unless he gets jump.
Double Fire Force down, trying to get Snaking away, and Ninefall chasing after him. The waveform can't quite get him.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
GPK.
GPK's in deep. That's going to
How'd
be
he get
it.
here?
Can they get to him?
He has no BKB for 2 seconds.
Can he
It's in the
flick away in a
backpack.
second? Gets the cookie away. Meanwhile, 33 went back to the Mordfling. The Underlord, who pitted in, is going to be caught in that doom. Meanwhile, GPK, he got a
shred.
couple.
It's coming alive here. BetBoom, they're going to try and find something. Their base is getting damaged, though. The drone. The drone is
actually
dying.
dying. They have to win this fight and have to get back quickly. Throwing at half HP. Meanwhile, the Mordfling is getting pummeled by AUI's impetuses. Fortunately, Pure is back into the base. BetBoom can take a brief sigh of relief, but they've lost some serious hero damage here as Save is going to be next.
You cannot chase too far. Divine Rapier on top of Skeeter now as well, as another gets purchased out here by Nightfall. But that is 7 minutes on the buyback cooldowns of Toronto Tokyo and Pure. They had to back up because their base is being threatened. Gems given over to Tundra as well. And all it cost them was a Snaking buyback, which I feel like I've said that 10 times this game at least. I don't know how many times Snaking has bought back this game, but I guess the 11th will be enough if they can get one more fight out of this. If they can remove Underlord from the game with no buy, I feel like that's enough to end it.
Yeah.
I mean, GPK is still a problem, but I don't know if he's a big enough problem to threaten the Phantom Lancer, which is just creating inevitability here. Nonetheless, Tundra, they're going to back off. Do not want to use poor buybacks here, as those are the most important thing in the game right now.
Yeah, might as well wait. Go back in like 3 minutes if you want.
Like, this is potentially another window where if you're BetBoom, you can try and force some dieback out here or another buy.
Another double damage, another opportunity for GPK.
Do you just go for it?
1,300 damage.
It's so hard to make this call as we approach the 90-minute mark.
He's doing 3,000 damage crits right now.
And it's still not enough to go in because you have one shredder and then you're also probably gone. Honestly, I might be buying blade mails on the bat or the Ench at this point. Sure, catch him by surprise in one fight, he's gonna kill himself.
Now these grabs just got a whole lot more potent, and Aghanim Scepter completed and eaten by Snake King's Bat Rider.
Guess you don't have to save for buyback anymore.
No, you don't.
This is a good game to have AUI, and I'll tell you that much. This guy's going to tell you all the little things to make this game so damn annoying for BetBoom.
Oh my god. 51,000 gold off of Bounty Rune.
Yeah, it's Pirate Hat.
That's Pirate Hat right there.
Pirate Hat.
That's
It's
the
what it
Pirate
does.
Hat difference.
That is why you won a Pirate Hat in the late game. It's a crap ton of gold.
If you have one, the enemy team does not have one, the game stalls for 20, 30 minutes, it's going to give you so much.
It just guarantees you buybacks. It guarantees you Ags eats. It's a lot. It's a damn lot. And, I mean, even 9 has his own Helm of the Dominator here on Rubik as a 7th slot.
It's 200 gold a pop. Every 40 seconds. Everybody gets 200 gold on Tundra.
It is a very broken item. But it is also an item that does not end the game. And I go back to how are you ending this game? Wisdom Rune will grant 3,600 experience.
What if at 90 minutes you got to re-choose your tier 5 item? You got to re-roll.
I don't know if either of these teams are too sad about their tier items, except
Okay, fine. You
maybe
get a second slot.
Ex Machinas or something. I mean, then everybody's just taking Ex Machina.
Well,
By the way,
is anybody not 30?
Yes, there are some heroes in this game that are not 30. It is Save, it is Toronto Tokyo, and it is 9 in AUI, and there are 3 Wisdom Runes waiting for Toronto Tokyo. You'll pick them all up for over 10,000 experience in one.
With flair.
I've never seen that one before.
They were saving them just for him, and that'll be all 30 online for BetBoom here.
You know, that's the beauty of Dota. Every single game, you're going to see something different you haven't seen before.
I mean, normally this is actually where Clock becomes insanely stupid because his talents all together are some of the most broken in the game. You're like spell immune and cogs with this battery assault going at insanely small intervals, doing crazy damage. But the problem is he's first such a toxic lineup.
Pushing out, Skeeter's going to run in GPK on the low ground. They couldn't get the initiation. They jump in now, but it's a little bit too late. Skeeter's already gotten out. Another failed jump from BetBoom, and they're going to get the last one to Toronto Tokyo. The Aeon Disc trying to protect him. Once again, they're going to use the Doom on him because they know it's a dieback. It's
got
worth it. They got the Nullifier plus the Scythe onto Skeeter. They have the chase. They got him. The blast. They got him. Holy crap. GPK ripped him to shreds.
Pure. He just finds Skeeter like that. He's just too good, apparently.
They still are going, though, even without Skeeter.
Yeah, he has no
not even
buy.
flying back. They're going to be able to kill the Underlord. Jump forward from Nightfall, trying to find more. These heroes do not have buyback on BetBoom, so Tundra, they can either pull the trigger on their buyback and try and end the game, or they could just hold the advantage.
Oh, there's no reason to buy back the Phantom Lancer here. It is not a guaranteed win.
They're going to get saved, too. Save, can't get out of this.
Yeah, he's dead.
Too much catch.
Well, he does have buyback up. He will instantly use it to put the cooldown on reset here. But yeah, 90 seconds, 2 heroes missing for BetBoom, and that Underlord, which was their high ground defense. But can you siege it without the Phantom Lancer? You have no physical damage.
The Illusions approach the base, and bye-bye.
I can't believe he went Manta on Doom just to put random Doom illusions in there, like for the 5 chip damage in the vision.
Also gets rid of some of these mines. I mean, they know how potent the mines are. Look at their base.
That is true. Mind clear is pretty good. UI will send a Dark Troll in. It's somebody else's troll. It's like the Overlord troll.
they're getting the skeletons out for the extra rally damage. Snake King missed initiation. It's okay, they can fish for these. If Snake King doesn't get caught, thanks to BKB.
This troll's like, bro, don't send me in there, dog. I don't want to go in there. All right, fine. I'll go check it out. Oh, he's getting some damage.
He's getting some real damage.
Nobody's killing it.
No, the creeps are going to take it.
Hello?
I'm giving this up.
BetBoom, anybody home?
Mega creeps finally achieved in 95 minutes.
They did not want to get lassoed there while the 2 heroes were dead with no buy.
Yeah, they knew it was going to be a bait of sorts. GPK, a 3rd Divine Rapier, but are you ever going to find the targets to shred in the first place? Keeps on finding the Doom, keeps on finding the Enchantress or the Bat Rider, but never the Phantom Lancer. Never 9
3,200 crits. That might be the highest I've ever seen. 3,200 damage crits.
I mean, surely he's not beating a PA.
Yeah, but
That's, for non-PA though, that's insane.
But again, how do you win this game? How do you win this game?
Yeah, Megas are just...
I'm telling you, I feel like they're at a point where if you just gate the Tundra's base, GPK might kill it. If you
but you're oh shit, they're baiting into Roshan.
They're just going.
They're going to be so grouped up.
Pit.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous. The enemy pit now. 33's on top of them with the Doom, and they can't kill him quickly. They tried the Shredder, but the Aeon Disc Nullifier getting thrown out. They're chasing down some of these heroes. They got through the back line. They got through that damage initially, and now they can chase down Tundra. 33, quick refresh, blink away. He's some distance, playing on the high ground. Toronto Tokyo scouts him out.
GPK lurking. He's lurking. He needs to choose his times to jump wisely. He did not find much there.
Spot Skeeter. There's a real one there.
They do the Lincolns. They got popped.
Lincoln's Nullifier, they know which one's real. He's gonna make more damage. Oh,
he got him!
Enough! Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! GPK takes down the carry. Now Kisses on to 33. Can't quite finish him up, but Snaking will die. And 33 did die. Pure comes in with the swipe. GPK kills him. And now, Tundra are the ones who have to buy back.
Yeah, but look at the base. You still have to go back if you're BetBoom. There's Eng creeps, there's catapults. Are you even going to get this Phantom Lancer buyback?
Surely
I
you're gonna be able to
don't
do it.
think you are. They still have the mines in the base. You can't push. It's doing nothing for you.
Buy your own mantis. Buy your own Helm of the Overlords.
Radiant's current
You just got. I think you have to go here. You have to get something
You've
out
got
of this.
17,000 gold in the
And
bank. for
nothing to
GPK.
use it on. Absolutely nothing to use it on, but more divine rapiers. You have to get something out of this if you're BetBoom. You have buybacks up. It's not even that you're all inning it.
They just don't have a save. If GPK blinks in, or even just walks in, and he gets telekinesis thrown in.
I mean, you better take at least
dead.
the racks here. You better take a racks.
All right, Toronto Tokyo, he'll brave the mines.
You, sir, have been selected. Okay, they get a lane.
There goes that Shredder going to work.
Hook shot stolen. That's a weird spell. They really want this family to buy their.
Oh, they're going for tier 4. Snipeball just blinked on it. Look at him. He's demolishing that tier 4. That's going to be buybacks. Can they get out, though?
This is a potential win condition if you can kill Tundra right now. And you have the buyback advantage. I don't know if you want to leave. I really don't. It's terrifying to man up here, but that is another divine. How many do you need? How many? How many is enough to end this game? Can he?
I mean, he needs 6. He needs 3 for now and 3 for when he buys back.
Yeah, he's just saving him for later. He can't even use this one. He needs the blink, he needs the crit, and he needs a BKB.
A late BKB for Skeeter
He has
now.
2 in his stash right now.
Cookie to be able to get him out. Stole Taser. That could really help against GPK's damage. Cowboy Grandma ain't nothing if she's disarmed.
Kisses for what?
Yeah, they're just trying to get some vision.
For morale. Every second you waste at Tundra's base is a second that a wave is pushing into your throne, and you're going to have to go back.
They're going to have to go back. They have to go back.
They did get the buybacks, though. That was what they were looking for.
Yeah.
6.5 minutes here. The Tundra are going to have to wait for Phantom Lancer buy, for Doom buy, and for the 2 supports at 5.5. That is a big 5-minute window. If BetBoom can put something together, get the lanes in, maybe get a rune. You have 2 divines sitting in GPK stash right now, so even if the Snapfire dies, you got backup guns here waiting for you in the arsenal.
You got another Roshan. I don't know what Roshan this is. This is Roshan like number 7 at this point or something.
I mean, does anybody not have an axe?
And it's off.
Pure does not have an axe. You should let this Roshan go to Radiant. I think you should let this go to Radiant and get it for the axe. I don't think Refresher Shard is doing anything. Nobody has the slot.
It does help GPK for the Shredder.
I think the axe on Pure is bigger here. I mean, does GPK want to carry a Refresher Shard? If he does, then okay. I get it's better. But you have to give up something big here. You're going to have to give up a Blink or a BKB for it. He wants the Aegis.
They let it go to... I think maybe they intentionally let it go to Daytime,
okay.
and it swapped over to the Ags.
They got it
He's
anyway.
going to consume it.
All right, that's pretty good too. I think that's what you rather do here. You get the last Ags. This Ags on the Underlord is effective. You get move slow, you get an extra pit. It's not worthless here. And the siege will continue as once more BetBoom. Do they want to push the advantage? Do they want to try and punish the buyback cooldowns as the clock turns over to 100 minutes here? Woo, this game. It has gone on a while. It has gone on a while. Starting to get sore, starting to sweat, starting to feel the tension.
What was the longest professional match you ever played in?
Not this long. It was a long one though.
Well, what was it like? Like when you really get like, do you actually start getting like uncomfortable sitting in your chair?
You get
This
tired.
tension.
You actually start getting tired. You get fatigued. You've been in adrenaline mode for a while. It affects you. And then every time there's a fight, you have to re-amp into the high energy state, right? And then it's like another 10-minute lull that kills you. And it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I do not envy their position. I do not envy AUI's position. Who's like, sure, guys, I'll stand in. What's the worst that can happen? And it's been thrown into the furnace game from hell.
Well, you know, it's only fitting that he is on the rough side of a techies game. 2K net worth lead 101 minutes, 56 to 34, and BetBoom are looking for a way to close out this game. They've gotten the buybacks out of Tundra. But how do they breach the base? It is the same question that has been haunting them for an hour.
You have to go during these buyback cooldowns. You do not have a choice if you are BetBoom. You need to kill
That
the
forced
hero.
initiation is going to put Toronto Tokyo on a hook shot. Immediately, Doom, nullifier, and he's dead. So there goes that. Wait for it, just ahead of the lasso. Spooky moment there for Nightfall. And they stole mines again.
I'm telling you, if BetBoom do not get something out of this time when Tundra are vulnerable, I don't know when you are.
Well, they're not getting in now. Bottom lane's pushing in.
Like,
they have to go
what
back.
is the play? What is the play? I don't see anything else.
Somebody's going to break.
It's gonna
Somebody's
take
going to slip.
pure raw courage to win this game. At some point, you are going to have to man up.
Yeah. I think that it actually is. Maybe it's just courage versus will. BetBoom have to have the courage to make a move that is game-ending, and Tundra just have to have the will to just turtle it out. Wait for the slip of a BetBoom, because it is going to happen at some point.
I mean, the will on this team is unmatched. The patience and nerdiness. They have lotuses starting to pool up in their fountain. They are saving.
They're going for the block of cheese.
Like,
All right.
They got everything. The troll is guarding them. There's gems outside the pit. There's 4 smokes on AUI's courier waiting to be used. They are giving up
sitting around.
all these little things right now. Never know what will make the difference. As another Divine Rapier bought by GPK.
6 Divine Rapier?
This must be the record for the most, right? Like 6 Divine Rapiers. This guy out of stock or what?
Butterfly.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good butterfly game.
it's a good butterfly game. There's no evasion Pierce right now. These
My
Divines
God.
aren't doing anything if you miss the man. A very heads-up purchase by Skeeter. What did he give up for that? Diffusal?
No,
Yeah.
still got the disperser.
Oh, he has the dispersion. Oh, hookshot
Oh,
missed.
hookshot barely missed. He used the doppelganger just at that moment.
They're gonna commit.
The pin goes through. Nightfall straight to the
Going thrown.
It's already dead. 2 minutes on the clock, and Nightfall's going
Double
for the
lasso.
forwards, but he's going to be lassoed. They managed to lasso GPK as well.
A
Hooked up
double.
together. Oh no! It's all falling apart
Nightfall
for
buys.
A second life here for GPK.
gonna
Can he
keep.
do anything out of this?
He's
What are the
coming back.
shots going to be? Doom, half health.
GPK's
Peter
gone.
running him down. He is dead so easily.
This is a disaster
Now
for
a
BetBoom.
second Doom. Nightfall does manage to get off his Satanic, trying to stay alive.
dieback.
Satanic. Oh, staking. He dies for it. That's going to be
GPK
back to
picks up the
BetBoom.
rapier.
Their heroes
The
are
shred.
running in.
The shred.
Trying to
He's
go.
finishing it off.
BK, he's going.
He needs to do our hit.
Going for the throw.
Oh.
He did it. He did it. Unbelievable. BetBoom. All 10 heroes. One singular thought. Go for the throne. BetBoom will win the series 2-0 against Tundra.
And their team comps, like, this is the one question I would ask. Did at some point was GPK like, wait till I have a backup set of rapiers and then let's
So
do
I
it?
have a special announcement, as the tournament administration has ruled per rulebook that BetBoom has received a def loss in their series yesterday against Tundra, leaving with the following scenarios. We have got Tundra taking on Team Liquid in the upper bracket semifinals